So take two. Yes, I filmed this whole video and it was on the wrong screen. But we're here now at the end of the day and we are blessed. So you are your worst enemy. Why are you your worst enemy when it comes to trading? Well, I got a secret for you people. And it's something that people don't speak about quite a lot. And that is, my friends, dopamine. Now, dopamine, we've seen it as a very, very simple way of thinking about things. We know social media, etc., which we will dive into, which is killing you and holding you back from being successful. It creates you to be emotional. It creates you to be impulsive because you are chasing a fix. Just like an addict, you are a dopamine addict and it is getting in your way. And in trading, it is a huge, huge problem. Even if you are disciplined, even if you have rules throughout your day, dopamine will creep in and before you know it, it has got you and cost you a lot of money. Okay? The dopamine effect is huge. And if you want to know how to master trading, you need to master the dopamine effect. There's no doubt about that. And not be statistic like 99.9% of everybody else and struggle to be a trader. Now, we all struggle with dopamine. I, for one, definitely struggled with dopamine for a very, very long time. But I created habits and did the boring, basic habits that allowed me to then not need high dopamine hits throughout the day. And what I want to speak about today is dopamine overloading, dopamine loading, which keeps you centered, focused throughout the day for your trading or for whatever else you need to do in your life. This is a trading channel, so it will relate to both situations. But first, we need to figure out what dopamine is. We hear about it, people talk about it all the time, but what actually is dopamine? Well, basically, it's a chemical that the brain gives us to reward ourselves. In simple terms, that's what it is. And it's associated with fatty foods, likes and dislikes, or not dislikes, but likes and comments on platforms, scrolling social media, looking at nice things, pretty things, things that we want, all these types of behaviors that the majority of people are falling for and tricked into taking these short dopamine hits throughout the day. We're not actually recreating what can actually work for them in the long run. Things like winning a trade is going to give you a massive dopamine hit, of course. But think about it. Think about it as in trading. If winning a trade is going to keep giving us those dopamine hits, what are we going to do? We're going to keep trying to trade to get that fix. That is a problem. But we don't know that it's a dopamine. We just think we're doing well within the trading space. We don't know that we are craving these hits. So what we need to do is stop those behaviors, because what they are doing, they are designing our life, our day-to-day basis around instant rewards, which makes us feel good constantly. And if we want to feel good constantly and we're looking for dopamine hits, we're going to have a very, very inconsistent day. Trading, then a week, then month, then life, then decade, or decade, then life. Okay, it's very, very important. So when we trade, we become addicted to dopamine. The green candles or whatever color candles, in the profits, then the dopamine is removed, then we get back into the profits, the dopamine comes back. So it's a constant dopamine cycle when it comes to trading. It's very, very hard in normal day life, but when it comes to trading, wow, you best be on the lookout for your dopamine hits, because it's going to cause you to overtrade, it's going to cause you to revenge trade, and ultimately you're going to drain your account. There's no doubt about that. You're going to drain your account. Now, successful traders do not chase dopamine. They control dopamine. And that leads me into tell you why trading sabotages traders. So let's think about this. Imagine you wake up and the first thing you do is check your phone and scroll through notifications. You might have one from your gym crush. You might have one from somebody else. You might have something that some good news has come in. But a lot of the time, you can have things that just make you feel better, but they have no relevance whatsoever in your day-to-day life. Your brain then already becomes overloaded before you've even got out of bed, just by looking at social media. Now, what happens when it's time to focus and execute your trading? Your dopamine is too high. When it comes to trading, you need to be calm, settled, focused, and centered for the day, which is a morning prep, a low dopamine, if any, morning prep. Okay, it's very, very important, because what we don't want is we don't want the brain to be craving dopamine hits from the minute that we wake up, because we live and are designing a happy life where we can be happy just sat and doing nothing. And I'll speak about that later on, okay? So in the end, you're going to keep looking for excitement rather than high quality trades within your trading. Excitement, dopamine, can I get in, can I get out? Or high focused quality trades, okay? Very, very important. So I myself have been there, right? I'm not going to turn around and say I haven't. I have been myself. I've been there many, many times. I went on a dopamine tilt session in the week that Trump was obviously getting into the markets, okay? I've been there. But the instant that I did that decision, I thought, why did I just do that? To make myself feel better. So I was aware of what I did. The problem is when you're trading and you're new, you're not aware of what you're doing, okay? So we need to really, really understand and break down how it impacts trading, okay? It's very, very important. So when our dopamine levels are high, you experience euphoria. You've been there, you've done it a million times. This is a sense of urgency. A sense of urgency creates this high level. Your heart will start beating higher, your hairs will go up on your body, and you will get this euphoric feeling within your trading. This leads to impulsive trading, emotional trading, chasing green candles, worried on red candles. Once that trade is either going in your favor or has finished, your dopamine levels completely crash to the downside, okay? You could be frustrated. You could be, again, ecstatic. But ultimately, what's going to happen when that trade finishes? You're going to go into a state of boredom. And this is where the money's made if you're a good trader. But this is where most of the money is lost if you're a new trader or a beginner trader or you cannot get profitable. Because now you're in a boredom state, what are you looking for? The next dopamine hit. That then comes in a revenge trade if you've lost. That then comes in a greed trade if you've won. And you completely forget about focusing on the grade A high quality setups. So you must recognize these cycles, because if you don't recognize these first cycles, you're never going to be able to break free from the behavior that you keep doing at this moment. I think I mentioned this on the last video, but I'm going to mention this again. I was watching this video the other day, and someone was talking about trading, how don't quit. And they came up with something very, very important and what I thought was very, very good to say. You could trade for 10, 15 years and not quit. Does that mean you're going to be successful? No. Because if you're not learning and reflecting and being aware of your behaviors, you're just going to keep going round in a circle. So when people say you're bound to make it, it's inevitable if you never quit, that is untrue. So do not get duped into thinking that that is going to be the case, because it's not going to be the case. I can tell you that for sure. It's not going to be the case. Okay, so let me just check the properties on this mic. We're okay as well. Don't want anything bad to happen there. So if you are still trading and you've been trading for a long time and you're struggling, just remember that you must reflect on your behaviors. Now, let's talk about these bad triggers. Bad triggers that you need to get out of your life, people, whether you want to be successful in what you're doing, husband, parent, boyfriend, dad, brother, uncle, sister, auntie, mum, dad, whatever you want to be, you must get these dopamine hits out of your system. And if you want to be a trader, well, boy, oh boy, you need to make sure these are not in your day-to-day dopamine hits. Constantly checking social media. If you are on social media and you don't run a business and it's not productive in your life, get off social media. It's a fact. If I did not have a business, I would not be on social media. I have deleted tens, and I'm talking tens of Twitter accounts, probably around about 8 Instagram accounts over the years, because there was no reason for me to be on that. Now I serve people, we've got an industry, and I do what I need to do. I've got a community, and we do all those types of things. So that's why I'm on social media, but get rid of it. Watching porn. This is an addiction that most men are not even aware of what that's actually doing to their body and their mind. It is a fantasy which is giving you a constant dopamine, which is escapism from the reality of what's actually going on. And that, my friends, will take all your testosterone and all your focus, and you will concentrate far too much and become addicted to fantasies. This is a huge problem in males. Definitely young males. Get away from porn. Drinking high energy and caffeine drinks. It's amazing how many times I take my sons to school, or sometimes I'm out with my daughters, and I will see teenagers with high caffeine drinks, and they have no idea what's going on. And they're going dopamine, dopamine, dopamine for the day, and they're not doing anything else with their life. Do not go on high dopamine caffeine drinks because they are at a distraction and you need to fully focus, right? Fully focus. Over-analyzing the markets, binge watching YouTube, all these types of things are going to cause you problems. They're going to make sure that you're going to be chasing losses all the time. They're going to be winning too fast, and then you're going to be feeling invincible. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to have the dopamine hit again, and then it gives you a false narrative on the long term and gives you a false sense of confidence. Please, please, please stay away from those types of things, okay? So, just like the title of this video, how are we going to load dopamine hits that are going to help us either towards the end of the day or at the beginning of the day? Well, first of all, let's make dopamine hits in the morning positive. So let's keep them very, very low. So reading, meditating, all these types of things in the morning are really, really going to help you. So what do we need to remove? We need to remove the social media. We need to remove the market hype. We need to remove high spike energy drinks or coffee if it affects you. These things must be removed in the morning because overstimulating your brain. Now, if you want to do them, you do them later in the day. So you may do the Netflix, you may do catch up on YouTube entertainment, you may do a bit of gaming, you may do whatever you want to do, social media scrolling, but do that in the evening when you've done all the good work and the work that's going to move you forward. So your trading journey in the morning needs to go in a slight uptrend throughout the day, your dopamine. What we don't want is spike dopamine, crash back down, spike dopamine, crash back down. We don't want that. We need a balanced state and focused mind throughout the trading day. It's very, very important. So you are controlling the dopamine and you are aware of the dopamine, which means you can shift it to later on in the day. If you do that, you will notice that later on in the day, you're not even bothered about these dopamine hits because you knew that they were time wasters and you don't have time to waste when you want to be a profitable trader or a profitable or successful human being. So those things kind of go on the back seat. All right. It's very, very important. Things that you need to do, very, very important. You need to wake up and not touch your phone for 30 minutes. No social media, no stupidness, not allowing anything to come in and corrupt your mind and give you that dopamine hit or put you in a bad mood. You must protect that mind. Breath work is very, very good with meditation. Very, very important because that gives you calm dopamine levels. Then we're going to go on to journaling and trading and planning our trading day. Now, if you're in my community, you will know that I put analysis in the morning. So it gives you your levels to look out for if that's something that you want to do. Now, there is a link below. If you want to jump into our community, I work with me on a 12-week program. I do not have a Discord where there's 1 million people or anything like that. I take you from everything that you need to know to make sure that you get funded at the end of the 12 weeks and you can become a full-time trader. That's what we do. So there is a link below. Come have a call with me and then go from there. Okay. Very, very important if that's what you want to do. And then you enter the markets in a calm, focused mind. Now, additionally to that, we need micro breaks. What are micro breaks? Well, during the day, you may feel a little bit anxious. You may feel that you're going and being aware of putting yourself in a dopamine phase where you want the quick fix. That is a time to take breaks. Very, very important. Some people say you can just go for a walk around your house, do some press ups, go and speak to a loved one, go and message someone, but take time away for that second, recollaborate, and then come back to the charts because that's going to prevent you from chasing the dopamine hit. And if you keep doing that, you won't get dopamine burnouts for the day. Okay. Very important that you review your trades at the end of each day. Track your emotions during, before, and after. These are very, very things. And these are that feedback loop theory from the last video that you really, really liked of the things that you can identify in your trading. Now, additional strategies along the way. Meditation and visualization is absolutely huge in your success as a human being. You must take the time to visualize and bring the calmness to your mind. When I go to the gym now, I did an hour on the treadmill yesterday. I listen to ambient, calming meditational music. Not heavy rock, not gangster rap, nothing like that, which I used to, because I'm controlling my dopamine hits. Cold showers. I know. Oh, not another cold shower guy. I do not want you to post a video all over social media to tell me that you're having a cold shower. I do not need to tell me that you are doing the winter arc. I do not need to tell me that you're doing anything like that. What I need you to do is understand that the cold showers will lower the dopamine and cause the body to be calm. That's what they will do. Okay, replaces blood, renews blood, and brings you really, really down so you don't have a high level of dopamine. Like when you go into a warm shower, you feel great because your dopamine has been triggered. And then finally, for the additional tips, eliminate noise. Eliminate the noise. Very, very important. Opinions, market, family, all these things. Get rid of anything that can poison or be negative or bring dopamine hits into your mindset. It's very, very important. So mastering dopamine is going to be the secret weapon for you if you want to get to elite trader. There's no doubt about that. If you can control the brain's reward system, you will be able to control your trading career and your life and trading results. There's no doubt about that. So have a sit down, ask yourself, am I trading with a clear mind? Number one question, am I trading with a clear mind? Or am I chasing dopamine? Tomorrow, because this is a Sunday, you will see this hopefully today, and then Monday the market's open tomorrow. Am I trading with a clear mind or am I chasing dopamine? That question is going to save your trading account for now, and it's going to make you a better trader. Simple as that. So very, very simple. Go through the things, wake up, get rid of all the low dopamine fixers that everybody else is doing, the mediocre people. You don't want to be average. Get rid of them. Start reading, start meditating, start working out, start getting cold showers, start getting rid of all the low dopamine. Reflect on your journey and keep it moving forward, Team 10. There is a link below if you want to come and work with me and my great team. All right. Very, very good team. You want to know how to trade? It's all there below. If you find this insightful, you know what to do, people. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you all on the next one. You take care.